Hey guys, have yet another Aesoft recorded battle on PO, so let's just jump right into this. This is going to be versus someone named Duesta, and they're going to leave with Cresselia, a bit of a weird choice. I'm going to go for a Pursuit, expecting them to switch out first turn, but unfortunately they decide to not to, and most Cresselias either carry Lunar Dance or Moonlight, so basically just by having Sandstorm up first turn, this automatically made me the best switch. So he's going to go for Light Screen this turn, as I'm actually going to go straight into my Scizor. Being that I'm at an okay advantage right now, as long as he's not carrying HP Fire, I'm okay to go for a U-turn, which is exactly what I do. And even with HP Fire, if it did come my way, I most likely would somewhat survive. I'm not exactly sure, because Cresselias aren't really meant to be attacking unless they're a calm mindset. So basically, I'm going to go straight into my Starmie with the U-turn to take advantage of this. And I'm going to go for Thunderbolt just to get a scout of how much damage it would do. And fortunately here, I do get a sub-paralysis on his Rotom W, which does make quite a bit of importance later in the match. So I'm going to go straight into my Gastrodon right here, as he's actually going to go for a Volt Switch. But being that I am ground, it does not affect me, and he does not. He has to manually switch out. So here I can take advantage of a switch, or I could just go for anything really. I'm actually going to go for an Ice Beam, expecting his Gyarados to come in, because I do want some residual damage on that. I don't have too much that can actually hit it. I could have gone into my Starmie, but I didn't know exactly what I should be doing. So he's going to go for a Dragon Nest, and here I'm not exactly sure if I can outspeed or not, but I most definitely can take one hit. But it's going to be quite difficult to take this thing out. So he's going to go for an EQ. Unfortunately, that does happen to KO. I was almost sure that I could take it. But he is a Moxie set, most likely being max attack, max speed. So that does explain why he was able to KO me. So I'm going to go for a Bullet Punch. Unfortunately, that barely misses out on the KO. And he's actually going to be able to KO me back with a Waterfall, thanks to his Life Orb plus the Moxie boost that he gained. So actually, being that he's Life Orb, he's actually going to end up taking himself out, and the Light Screen does wear off this turn. So I'm going to go straight into Tyranitar to take advantage of the obvious Cresselia switch-in. So I'm going to go for a Crunch, and that does enough. So even with the Reflect coming up, I can KO him, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, thanks to him being the Light Clay and not even Leftover. So I'm going to go for another Crunch that is going to KO, and that automatically means that I can start spamming from the special side to hopefully take him out. So I'm going to switch out here, not wanting to get hit with a Bullet Punch. I'm going to go into Gliscor. He's actually going to go for a Swords Dance. This most likely means that he is a Roost, especially defensive. So basically, Heatran is the best choice all around, because they do not usually carry the superpower. That is a rare occasion, really. So I'm going to go for a Swords Dance of my own, knowing I could take one Bullet Punch, doing about 50%, and I'm going to be able to get my Poison Heal back. So he's going to switch out into his Rotom W just to take the oncoming EQ. I didn't want to risk him basically go for another Bullet Punch and me making a wrong prediction. So I'm going to go for an EQ here. So I know Gastrodon is still my best switch in, and I did keep it alive, thankfully. So I'm going to go for a Hydro Pump. This does give me the special attack boost. I do need to start basically trying to wreck his team a bit. So he's going to switch back into Scizor, knowing he's especially offensive, and I am going to go for a Scald, hopefully get it burn, and unfortunately I do not. And he's going to go for a Bug Bite. That's going to do quite a large amount, but being that he's Life Orb, it does make a bit sense. So I'm going to kill him off this turn with a Scald, leaving him with a few answers to my Gastrodon, actually. So here he's going to go into his Gliscor. I can usually take this thing out, but unfortunately I am at low enough health that an Acrobatics with Flight Gem will easily take me out. So this means I have a few answers left to his Gliscor, basically one being my own, normally that Acrobatics that do not carry Ice Fang. So I'm going to just go straight for an Ice Fang this turn. I just want to get rid of it. And seeing that he shows the sub, it was a good thing that I did go for an Ice Fang. And I'm actually getting my Poison Heal back quite luckily. So he's going to go into his Rotom W. I'm actually going to go for another Ice Fang. Now that I don't have my Gastrodon, it is going to be a bit harder to answer this Rotom W, but I do have a few things I can do quite a bit to it. So I'm going to go into my Tyranitar. Actually, this is a key important play. I'm going to be able to take a Hydro Pump doing 67%, and I'm actually going to KO back with a Stone Edge, and this is very important that he's paralyzed here, so he doesn't find out that I'm Scarfed, which means when he sends in his Gliscor, I will be able to get the Stone Edge off before he can sub up, and that automatically means that I was able to bluff that I'm not Choice Scarfed, and he has barely enough health left to survive, so this next Stone Edge will be able to clear off the sub, and basically leaving him vulnerable to my Gliscor. So once my Tyranitar dies, which it does here, thanks to an EQ on his part, which basically shows that all he's carrying is the EQ and the Acrobatics sub, and then probably Roost. So he's going to go for another Acrobatics just before he dies, knowing that he won't be able to live anything really. So basically all he has left is the Heatran, and that's what he's going to send in this turn. Luckily he's not actually carrying Fire Blast, which might have actually KO'd. So he's going to go for the Lopunny right here, and he does not get a burn because I am Toxic thanks to Poison Heal. So I'm just going to KO back with an EQ, and that's going to be a good game. Comment, like, and subscribe, you guys. I will see you later.